The internet has lots of things, and those things will be read by Sam and Zach. Hello, welcome to Let's Reddit On, the show where we judge Reddit posts by their title before reading the rest of it. I'm your co-host, Sam Sentmick.
And I'm your other co-host, Zach Aries.
And let's get started. So, I've got one post saved and two more I'm going to find as we speak.
Oh my god, live theater.
Alright, so here we go. Am I the asshole for being annoyed that my wife scratched our new car?
Yeah. No, wait, no.
Wait, alright, what's your answer?
Are you just annoyed? Like, you scratched our new car. That sucks. You could be annoyed. Can you be pissed? No. Then you'd be an asshole.
Yeah, because it feels like a situation where, since you're a married couple, you have to work it out. You got to have kind of a level head. I can understand even being pissed at first.
Yeah, like, it's a brand new car. You got it. Hold on. They also just said scratched.
Yeah.
Not like, they didn't total it.
Yeah.
They
The
took
title
some
says
TNT
scratch.
under the car, went outside, got a bike pump, we ka-doomph
Okay.
to it.
I would say from the title alone, not the asshole, because it's okay to be annoyed.
Yeah.
Especially when an expensive asset, such as a car, immediately gets damaged.
Yeah, no, you're annoyed, you get some touch-up paint, you fix it, you move on with your life. Let's move on. Next question.
All right.
Oh, okay, let's hear what the rest is.
Bought a new family car 2 days ago. Wife wanted an SUV. Got a 4-year-old car in great condition. Collected the car 2 days ago. My wife said a few times that when she first drives the car, she wants it to be in a quiet area. We get off this morning, and I'm already feeling a bit nervous, but to my surprise, she said she'd drive the whole way. Okay. She did, however, mention a couple of times that I need to not be me today.
What?
I am quite a nervous passenger and can easily feel unsafe. The drive out went okay, although she misjudged how close we were to the side of the road a couple of times. On the way back, she's saying she feels quite confident in the car and that she knows how wide it is. I keep quiet at this point, hoping not to dampen her confidence. We get closer to home and she goes a different way, asks me to Google the route. I direct her, but again, she decides to do her own thing and takes us down a single-track road. We're driving along and she clips the mirror again. Wait, again? At this point, I say, "You've just hit that bush with the mirror. If it looks close to you, then it's double close for me." She starts laughing at me, no idea why, and I have to tell her I'm being serious. We carry on a bit and there's potholes. Then all of a sudden, she steers the car left and scrapes it down the bushes for maybe 5 to 10 meters. She sounds like a bad driver.
Sounds like a bad driver.
Just like, sorry, but...
I don't think her laughter is anything other than awkward. I'm so nervous, I'm laughing.
Yeah, so
That's
I'm
what
not...
that is.
I mean, yeah.
She's not laughing at you.
I could hear it scraping the side of the car loads. I didn't react the best, put my hand in the air and shouted, "You're too fucking close." I mean, this happened after she clipped the car twice.
Yeah, on the same drive.
I can't really blame him. At least as of this sentence, I can't blame him for being like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
She explained that there was a massive pothole about 4 foot across, and she was swerving around it. I kind of digested that for a bit and apologized for shouting at her. We reach a garden center and look at the side of the car. It got tons of scratches down the whole passenger's side. She apologizes and said she'll pay for it to be polished out. She nips into a garden center and I'm kind of still processing the whole thing. By the time she gets back, I'm obviously grumpy. She reiterates that she was trying to avoid the pothole to avoid damaging tire, suspension, steering, and keeping us safe in doing so.
Okay.
I told her I don't think I would have done the same since those things can all be replaced and usually fairly cheaply. I also asked her why she didn't brake and go over the pothole really slowly, but she said she didn't see it in time. She then gets upset with me and refuses to drive home and has been getting upset with me ever since, saying she never wanted to do that drive and that she's never driving with me as a passenger in that car again. I'm baffled because you're unlikely to ruin suspension, etc. on one pothole, especially in an SUV. And Sam comment, especially slowly? Like really slowly? Unless it's that deep. Alright. And on the tire front, they are literally made to be replaced, so I would have just changed the wheel.
That changing the wheel seems like a bigger, more expensive fix, though, than getting touch-up paint.
I gotta be honest, she sounds like a really bad driver.
No, she does. However, I think his
I feel like this is
explanation at the end. It's like, oh, it would just be easier if she broke the car this way instead of breaking the car that way.
Yeah,
I'm like, that ain't
that
ain't
to me
gonna
just
fly.
makes him annoying. Like, come on, dude.
I'd rather you break it this way. You'd be upset both ways. Let's be honest.
She just sounds like I feel frustrated because she's a bad driver,
I feel like she's
and
a
I don't
bad
think it's
driver.
wrong to tell her that. Like, hey, this is like not funny. This is bad. The car is expensive, but more importantly, lives are kind of at stake here.
I do feel like she's also like maybe worse because she knows someone.
Like maybe he's not as nice as he's letting on.
I'm sure he's not as nice as he's letting on, but also like she probably doesn't want to let him down.
Yeah.
You know? When you know you're not the best at something and you feel like someone is judging you, you're gonna do worse.
Yeah.
You know? Because you're gonna be overthinking it. And that's really what it was. I feel like she should have driven in it alone first. Maybe not far, just maybe around the block. Gotten used to, but it's supposed to be like her car or their car? What?
Family car.
What is
Someone said, "You're making me anxious. No wonder why your wife's a bundle of nerves." So yeah, I'm feeling like this guy is definitely more helicopter than he's letting on. And that portion of it makes me feel like I don't blame her for being nervous. But it's also so unacceptable that she clipped the car so many times. Like, it's so unacceptable.
I mean, it's a big car, but also...
If
really?
there's a pothole, yeah, it's usually almost like 99% of the time better to go around it. But you can do that without...
Just running into the bushes?
Yeah. And when she said she didn't see it in time, I know that happens. But there's always a part of me that's like, I didn't see that isn't the best excuse
No,
when
it's
you're
not an
the
excuse.
driver. It's like, but maybe...
But you still hit the guy.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah.
Drive slower. Drive slower.
Yeah, someone said what you said, like, it's not cheaper to fix suspension. Yeah, the whole part where he went off, like, she should have broken it this way
That's stupid.
is stupid and dumb, and I don't agree with him. But she does sound like a bad driver, but I also wonder if he's just making her feel bad. I think her being a bad
both can be
driver, at
correct.
least in this story, I don't know her outside of this, obviously, is correct. She's just not a good driver.
Yeah, I don't think she's an asshole for being a bad driver, though.
Right.
She'd be an asshole if she's like, I'm the greatest driver in the world.
But it's...
Let me...
I still think it's unacceptable she clipped it so many times. So I feel for the guy telling the story based strictly on the information that he has presented with us, I'm gonna have to say not the asshole.
Nah.
If there's some stuff going out, like happening outside of this, we don't know about that. It is not presented here. I'm not seeing anything in the comments. I mean, there's a lot, but
They just bought a 4-year-old car.
that she scratched up right away, which is easier to fix than suspension, but that doesn't mean you should be.
Oh man, like this is its maiden voyage, you know?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Someone was like, she should not be driving. If she didn't see the pothole, she's not paying attention. Yeah, because
It was 4 feet across.
sometimes
What do you mean it was
things
4
come
feet
out of
across?
the
and you
come out of
didn't
the
see it?
bushes out of nowhere. But even then, like, I've never not stopped. I'm always like ready to stop.
You can't say like the pothole was 4 feet wide and like it was so deep. Okay, then why didn't you stop sooner? I didn't see it. What do you mean you didn't see it? It was 4 feet wide.
Yeah. Everybody sucks. She sounds like a bad driver, full stop. You were just living a living nightmare as a passenger. So it sounds like
Yeah.
I kind of agree with that. I mean, like, he's a backseat driver, but in regards to non-clipping the car things.
Why doesn't he drive then?
I think it's because she wants to. But she's not good at it, so she kind of lost that privilege. At least until she gets good.
You can't drive it with me in the car if I'm a better driver and you're a better passenger than me.
Yeah.
Okay?
He sounds like a bad passenger, but judging based on strictly on the info given, he's not the asshole.
Nah.
I got it. That's how I feel.
I don't know much about Reddit, man.
Yeah, here's an interesting one.
Oh, okay.
This might get controversial. We'll see.
Let's
Am I the
do
asshole
it.
for refusing to designate a drive anymore and leaving 3 drunk friends stranded?
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like if you're going to refuse, you need to do it after they're safe and at home. Like, I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
We're not going... if you go out, I am not your driver.
Yeah, no.
But you shouldn't leave them.
No, you can't leave them.
You made a commitment, even if they're annoying, unless they have
And
like
vomiting in your backseat.
a knife and they're trying to threaten you. I could understand maybe at that point being like, I'm not getting in a car with you, but
Nah. But
go on.
you can't if you decided that you were going to be the responsible friend to take care of everyone else in the beginning of the night, you need to do that at the end of the night. I don't care.
And then
you
the next day, have that conversation.
It's like, I'm not doing this anymore. Fine. Yeah. So, yes, you're the asshole. Now, what did these friends do?
I feel the same way as you.
What did they do? Sam?
I, female, have 3 friends from college. Maisie, Tom, and Neela. We're all mid-30s. We usually get together once a month to have dinner, despite work and family obligations. 6 months ago, I had to stand up to everyone about splitting the bill evenly because everyone else orders and eats appetizers and desserts, and everyone else drinks copious amounts of alcohol every time we go together. I typically eat a main dish and drink water. I agree with that.
Yeah, man.
I hate splitting the bill evenly in those, like...
It's people like you who make everyone else think socialism doesn't work.
Exactly.
All right? Like, come on!
That's like a very different episode. But yeah, no, it's just I hate when people do that. At that point, split it between y'all and I'll do my own.
Yeah.
Like if it's drastically different. Okay. I had a real life friend do that. I'll tell you who later, but they're like, can we just split this? And I'm like, no. You got like 3 cocktails. I got a beer. Absolutely not.
And I love how you could say that like after the meal, like everyone ordered everything.
It's like, oh, convenient. Because I would have gotten similar things to you if you really wanted to do this.
Yeah, no.
Okay, back to it. I started checking menus in advance and only bringing enough cash to cover my bill plus tip and would forget my card, quote unquote, forget my card at home. I guess that makes sense. It's like, this is all I have for my thing. Taking a stand if no one's listening.
Okay. Not
and
the
eventually,
nicest way to do that, but still okay.
She did say she stood up to them first.
Yeah,
it sounds to me like she tried and it didn't work, and now it's like, well, now I'm just bringing enough for me and screw you. That I don't exactly agree with that approach, but I can understand the desperation.
Yeah, no, it's in a... Where everything sucks, that's the least sucky option.
Eventually told them I was no longer willing to pay an additional $50 to $100 every time we went out to cover their appetizers, desserts, and drinking habits. Well, they all decided because I wasn't drinking anything but water, I should be the DD.
Okay.
Which
it's
I initially...
Like Uno reverse?
Which I initially agreed to because I was just happy that they eventually stopped arguing with me about splitting the bill. But at the time, I told them firmly if any of them ever threw up in my car, that would be the end of it. Oh, dear. Last month, Tom, I forgot she gave names, Tom nearly threw up in my car. The only reason he didn't is because I pulled over and pulled him out of the car and onto the pavement instead.
Okay.
I feel like if you're going to be a DD, it's worth just having bags in your car.
Yeah.
Like, if that's really going to be your chosen... Anyway.
Also, she said, if you throw up in my car, it's over. He didn't throw up in the car. It's not over.
That's true. He pulled over, pulled him out, threw up on the pavement instead. I sent a group text the next morning stating I was no longer going to DD, and everyone complained that Tom only almost threw up in the car. Kind of agree with the friends here.
Yeah.
But I guess if she didn't pull over, I think if you're going to be a DD, bring bags. You gotta keep bags.
Also.
And if you're going to drink and you know you're like that, bring bags. Just always everybody bring bags.
If there's a chance that you think if you drink any more, you might vomit in your friend's car.
You might be drinking too much.
Don't get the next round. Very simple. Okay? Drink up until that point and then say, listen, man, I don't want to vomit in my friend's car.
I again refused and told them that the next month they either had to limit their drinking so they could drive or they had to find their own ride. Last weekend, I reminded everyone I wasn't driving anyone home. No one limited their intake at all.
Then they Uber.
So it sounds to me like she did make this call before they...
Alright, then yeah.
And by the end of the night, they were too drunk to even handle paying their bill. Wow.
These guys can party.
I went up and asked for my bill separately, paid, and walked out without saying goodbye. Tom's wife had to have her mother watch their 2 kids, while she had to come down, cover the bills, and give Maisie and Neela rides home, and Tom and Maisie both threw up in her car.
Yo, these guys sound awesome.
Hateful calls and texts all week telling me I had to pay to have Tom's wife's car cleaned. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
And pay his mother-in-law for watching the kids. Absolutely not.
You don't pay the mother-in-law for watching the kids.
Maisie and Neela have been calling me all kinds of names for abandoning them. But I snapped that they were all 3 sheets to the wind, even after being told last month I wasn't driving them anymore. Tom eventually called to yell at me that if I didn't split the bill and if I didn't DD, then what use was I?
Whoa!
I asked if that was how he treated his wife, Maisie or Neela, if they were only allowed to be around if they were useful, because here I thought we were all just enjoying one another's company, since I certainly wasn't gaining anything useful from them spending hundreds of dollars funding their eating and drinking habits, and then wasting my gas to drive their drunk asses home. I was blocked and none of them will speak to me now. I just need to know if I'm the asshole here.
No.
I'm going to say 100,000,000,000% this person is not the asshole.
This person is not the
This
asshole.
person changed my mind.
This person was a doormat.
It sounds to me
And stood
like
up
they
for
did
herself.
make it clear.
Yeah.
Like, I thought of it as like they were at a party and just like, I'm leaving. Screw you,
It's like,
people.
you know what? I don't want you in my car this time.
She set a boundary. They went out knowing the boundary, disrespected it, and expected her to fix everything. If I know I don't have a ride, but myself,
Yeah.
I do not drink
Yeah, yes.
anything past like a one beer.
Yeah.
I don't ever I never drink unless I know like exactly what my ride home situation is.
Absolutely. You gotta have that. You gotta have that plan in.
And
in
what
place.
use are you? I have
What
friends
use
that
are
are
you?
sober. I have friends that drink all the time, and everyone in between, and they're all great. I love all of them. It's because of their company. This person's right.
This person is not a friend. If you don't have, it's very transactional. If you can't do this for me, then I don't. Then you're not useful to have around. That's not friendship. That's
That's not. Yeah.
yeah. No, that's a babysitter.
Yeah.
You know.
And like,
It-
pay to have the car cleaned. You mean you threw up in her car? The thing I didn't want you to do for me? Really?
yeah. No.
It's
No.
like, because then you would have thrown up in my car.
Yeah.
You get an Uber. You get an Uber.
You get
At
an
this
Uber.
point, I remember the
At
days
this
when
point,
you had to
stopped
hire
drinking.
a taxi company
Yeah.
and like set that out a few days in advance. No, it's not like that anymore. You get an Uber in like 10 minutes or less, depending on the area.
Like, oh my god.
Wow, I did not expect to be so on this person's side from the title. You have other thoughts? It's in your face.
That's just insane. What the fact that he said, "What use are you?" They all blocked her.
Yeah.
No, these are not good people. These are not your friends. I will be your friend.
This one seems a little unique and interesting and a little relevant to you.
I don't like the way you said that.
Am I the asshole for demanding that my twin sister either changes her lifestyle or makes sure everyone knows we're two separate people? The little relevance being that you have sisters that are twins, and from an outside perspective.
Yeah, I have a twin sister and another twin sister.
You
They're
do-
not my twins.
I was
but
going to say, you do not have a twin sister.
I have two sisters that are twins.
Exactly. And I have one brother who's a single.
Not.
And I am a single, and you
Yeah.
are a single. Okay. So I think this is a weird thing to say to someone.
a weird phrase. That wait, you demand that
I don't
your
think she
sister changes her lifestyle.
It depends on what her lifestyle is, but I'm generally of the mind that a lifestyle that doesn't harm others is not to be changed. It is fine. You are okay.
Wait, or is that like they have to say? Can you read that again? That was really confusing.
Of course. Am I the asshole for demanding that my twin sister either changes her lifestyle or make sure everyone knows we're two separate people? From that, I'm going to have to say, maybe like a soft, you're the asshole. Kind of like, you shouldn't demand a lifestyle change. And also, I'm not a twin, but every twin I know has this fucking problem where, especially if they're same-sex twins, that they're the twins, you know?
Yeah.
They're never, it's like, John, Lisa, the twins, and Elizabeth. And it's like, why didn't you just name those two people? Why did you have to package them?
The only reason I ever do that is when I'm texting and it's less letters than my sisters.
Uh-huh.
That's literally the only reason.
But you would have said your sisters if they weren't twins.
Yeah, but now that I can
It's
use
just
less
easier.
letters, it's just easier.
Fair enough.
It's just one syllable, super easy. But like,
Okay.
wait, hold on. So
I'm just going to read the first sentence.
No, wait.
She's an identical twin. So,
Great.
I don't know if that changes anything, but
It doesn't, because like in the beginning you
But-
should.
identical twins, I know for just a fact based on the identical twins I know, really have a hard time differentiating in the beginning, at least.
Yeah, I mean, but like.
At least
you
from the
should
people I've spoken
say-
to. I can't speak for everyone.
You should say that like, yeah, I am my own person. No matter what.
I think it's weird though to demand that the sister changes though. Like, what?
Yes.
Isn't there something you're passionate about that you can pursue? That's why I think Softy the asshole, because it's like, that sucks actually. I'm sorry that that's happening, but
you should, if you want to be different, you should be the one trying to be different. Unless your sister is just straight up copying you.
yeah, like on purpose, then that's frustrating. That I can speak to just as someone with a sibling. That gets very annoying.
Yeah, okay.
Should I read it now?
Yeah,
Are you ready?
now you can read it.
Okay. I, 20, female, have an identical twin sister. How old is she?
Oh my God.
Twin sister Emma, we'll call her. We live together in an apartment while away from home for college. We've always been very similar, not just in appearance, but also in the things we enjoy. As stereotypical twins, I guess.
Nah, stereotypical siblings, usually.
Except for when it comes to relationships. I'm not interested in relationships at all, not emotional nor physical. Emma's the complete opposite. Ever since we started living here, she's been bringing another random guy or girl or both home like every other night. Hey, listen, she's 20, she's an adult. I feel like in and of itself, that's fine.
So one's ace and one's
Well, she didn't say she was ace. It could just be that... She didn't say that. I don't make assumptions.
One has all the sexual attraction, one has none of it. I love this. I want this. This should
be a sitcom.
Yes! Exactly.
You probably just clipped.
I 1000% clipped.
All right.
They're odd coupling right now.
It makes me extremely uncomfortable, but since it's her own life, I don't think I really have any right to judge. All right, so you have your own feelings.
Good.
But you're okay. Yeah, she's an adult. It's fine. Problem is that it's really beginning to affect my own life. Not only do I have to listen to her going at it every time. Oh, no. Dear. Yeah.
No, like leave the apartment.
We have very thin walls. But since we look practically the same and even our names are similar, if her name is Emma, my name would be Amelia, as an example. I'm getting attention intended for her as well. She has a reputation for how easy she is to sleep with, and people are approaching me thinking I'm her.
Oof.
Let's keep going. My messages on social media are being filled with all kinds of obscene language and nude photos. When I reply saying I'm going to report them, they get confused because of the good time we had last night. See, that's just that other person being a stupid moron.
Stupid.
Like, make sure you know who you're talking to, idiot.
Get a different haircut. One of you needs a different haircut. Move on. I fixed it. We're done.
Anytime I meet someone new, they only seem to be talking to me because they think I'm my sister and want to have some nighttime fun. As a result, I don't have any friends.
Oh, poor baby.
Oh, no. I do already have some thoughts, but I'm going to keep reading. I got really fed up with it yesterday and told my sister the way she acts is ruining my life. I told her she either needs to change her lifestyle, somehow make sure whoever she sleeps with won't bother me, and make it clear to everyone that we're not the same. I feel like it would be reasonable to be like, I have an identical twin sister. Can you please make sure you're talking to me?
Yeah, no, that's just like, make sure you're talking to Emma, not Amelia.
Yeah, like,
all right.
I feel like now that I know the context, asking her to make sure people are aware of the identical thing isn't so bad.
Yeah.
But asking her to stop, I mean, she's an adult. She can keep that up. Although, here's one thought I must say.
Soundproof your bedroom.
Yeah, I have an issue with not keeping that boundary. Like, if you're going to go at it, you got to be considerate of the people that live there, man.
Yeah, listen, go to your local music store, get a bunch of, like, sound foam, put it all up in your room, and people are like, oh, what are you doing? Are you making a recording studio?
Headphones.
Yes, exactly. You're doing a recording studio in here. And then you just go crazy later.
Yeah. Like, it would be unreasonable to ask her to leave because she lives there. That's her home.
She lives there, yeah.
But if she got soundproof headphones and listen to stuff, I literally do that when, like, okay, so we're both in therapy. I don't want to, like, call you out.
Oh, yeah, sure.
But when you're in therapy, I just go to another room and listen to headphones so that I don't hear anything.
Yeah.
And that's not even, like, obscene. That's just respect. I think it's okay for her to have headphones that are soundproof. And I do think the people sleeping in the other room and having a good time need to be considered of their sound levels because she does not live alone.
I think Emma needs to buy her sister some nice sound canceling headphones.
Maybe she should be the one to
say, I'm not changing my life, but here you go. They should be nice headphones.
Yeah, like, I'm not changing my life. Here's headphones. I'll also make it clear I have an identical twin sister.
Yes, no, you do that.
You will talk to me about these things.
Okay. And make it clear that if they contact your sister, they lose contact with you.
Yeah, because it's like you're not paying attention. First of all,
You're not paying attention. You're not worth the fun times.
because for me, if I saw someone that looked identical but with a different name, I'd be like, huh, hold up, that's probably a different person.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. So there's a little bit left. In response, she told me I need to mind my own business, that I shouldn't be such a prude, and that I could probably use, in her words, some dicking myself. It kind of escalated from there, resulting in me calling her a slut, which definitely an asshole thing to say, but I lost my cool. I don't blame you for losing your cool. Anyway, am I the asshole for demanding my... I'm going to say, yeah, that's... You know, what the sister said was so out of pocket and rude.
The sister was probably like feeling like
Maybe
she was
a little
being
ashamed?
called a slut. Because slut shaming is like such a thing.
Yeah.
You know?
And... she just said, like, either stop or just make sure people don't talk to me about this. Like, it's... But telling her she needs some dicking is so rude.
Yeah.
Telling her that she's a prude. Like, I'm not a prude, but if I hear you having sex in the other room, I mean, maybe not
me.
you. Yeah,
Not
that
me.
would upset me.
Yes.
I'd be like, excuse me. If we had a roommate and they were constantly having loud sex in the other room, I'd be like, yo, I'm gonna need you to tone down the volume. And maybe like give me a heads. Like if you have someone coming, I'll make sure I have a thing to do.
Yeah, no.
In a different room.
First off.
With my headphones.
First off. High five. Nice. Good for you, bud. Second off, you're
killing me.
You're killing me here. Okay. Well, hey, come here. High five. Right? Yeah. Okay. But you're killing me. High five. But you're killing me here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's nothing
right?
wrong with her lifestyle at all, except the fact that she's being loud and crossing a boundary.
Yeah, it's...
And then being so rude when... I mean, she shouldn't have called her a slut, but she did. Losing her cool was kind of understandable.
Yeah, because it seemed like the sister lost her cool first.
Yeah, maybe she was, like, ashamed a little, but you...
It's easy to feel like you're being slut-shamed, I would assume, even if you're not in this situation.
Because she was, like, asking her to stop.
Yeah.
I
Stop
mean,
having sex is not what I'm asking. I'm asking you to... stop having sex the way you're doing it.
Like maybe, well, let me see. I assumed it was just like she either needs to change her lifestyle. So maybe not necessarily stop, but just
evolve it, adapt it.
Yeah, maybe go to their house, which I get could be dangerous, and I get in either direction it's dangerous.
Or hear me out, pay me
to go out. Like, hey, I'm going to a movie. Like,
hey, I'm going to bring a friend over. I'm going to send you to a motel.
Yeah.
All expense paid.
Wow.
Get whatever you want on pay-per-view, okay? Because I plan on being loud, and I don't want to have to limit myself and be in that headspace. I just want to relax and have a good time and yell for a bit. So if I can get you out of the house, that'd be great. But it's not on you. I'm not just kicking you out of the house. I'm helping you do something else.
Yeah, I feel like this person kind of changed my mind because from the title, I was kind of like, eh. But now that I got the context, I'm like, wait, that's a fair boundary.
If she's getting like nude photos of a bunch of people,
now it's like you need to talk to these people and like tell them the situation. I'm a twin and I'm identical and our names are similar. This is my info. This is how you will contact me.
Yeah.
And if you contact my sister,
you
lost it.
You stop. Sorry, game's over.
Yeah.
Go directly to jail. Do not pass go.
Do not collect $200. Yeah.
Do
you have anything else to say on that?
No, I think that's a good. Is that the end of the episode?
Yeah, that was 3 posts.
Wow. Okay.
It felt so seamless.
Great.
Well, this has been Let's Reddit On. Thank you for joining us. I've been Sam Sentmick.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Zach Aries.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Later, skater. Don't be an asshole.
Don't be an asshole.